Hi everyone, welcome back to another review. Today we have the Thor, sorry, the Destroyer armor from Bowen Designs. So hang on and we'll go back to beginning for some uh, non-unboxing. Alright, hang on. Okay, so we've got the color box. Looks like it's sculpted by Helder Moreira. The edition size for this regular one is actually 1000. So there you have it. And there won't be any opening because I do have this statue on display right now. So I don't feel like putting it back and then taking it out. Okay? So as you can see, it's 14 inches tall. Okay, so let's get back to the statue itself. Okay, we're back to the statue itself. This is a one pegger. The front left foot is going to be connected, and then as you can see, the rear right foot is not connected at all. Pretty tight fit. The base looks like some kind of generic Ashgardian rock, nicely detailed. You can see these pieces don't come out. Looks like wherever the destroyer has gone, things get destroyed. Okay, so as you can see, the spike coming out, individual panels as armor would have it. This thing looks like a very simple sculpt, but it's very nice. And it looks like he's going forward. So you get a semi museum pose. It doesn't take up that much space. And with this one, because he's leaning down, you want to put it up high, a bit high. That's it. Okay, oh, and since this is being the Bowen Designs, you're going to get a lot more comic book accurate than, say, something with Sideshow where they have a little creative interpretation built in. And you get the base. Very nice. It's got spikes. Good detail. Okay, so as you can see, there isn't much other than it being an armor. Okay, and this would be my preferred viewing angle. Okay, so let's go to the scorecard. This one will be a quick one. So we'll start out with the first category is sculpting. This one, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just near perfect. In the comic book, when you see the Destroyer drawn, it's a little bit more husky looking. Like, you know, it's a husky suit of armor. Instead of this, when you see it in real life, it's a little bit trimmed. So I guess it depends on which version that you see. And there's some differences in the face, depending again on which version. But overall, the sculpting is very good. So I would give this a 9.5 out of 10, just because I feel like the armor in the comic book is drawn a little bit more husky. This one's more trim, but it's a very nicely done. Okay, so in the next category we have is fit and finish. That's the paint job. If there's any I guess mixed materials, if that's done well. There isn't any mixed media unless they want to cast this in bronze or something, or metal. So other than that, this is a straight up silver, titanium looking paint. and the base is this Asgardian looking rock. So there isn't anything that can go wrong with this, no paint chip or anything. So the paint job on this is going to be a 10 out of 10. Now this is a regular version. There is a website only when this first came out. That one's limited to, I believe, 350 instead of 1,000. And the only difference is it's got the rustic look to it. This one, if you can see, it's kind of glossy. The website only on Bowen Designs. Um, Exclusive. It looks like instead of using gloss, like on the paint, they left it with no gloss. So it's got this rustic look to it. It's nice if you prefer that. But for this purpose, the overall paint job is very good. Excellent indeed. So we'll give it, like I said, 10 out of 10. Okay, so the next category we have is art direction. Nothing wrong with this. This is how the armor is captured. It's charging like it always does in the comic book. It's destructive, thus it's called the Destroyer. So again, art direction is fine. It's moving forward, looking for things to destroy. Okay, so we'll give that a 10 out of 10. It's just perfect. And the fourth category we have is the source material. That's just how close this statue comes to, I guess, the comic book interpretation of it. This is pretty close. Now there may be some, interpretation here and there. Maybe the spike doesn't go up this high, but every time when you see the destroyer drawn, because it's a pseudo armor, there's some form of interpretation by different artists, especially the front. Some people like it a certain way, some don't. I think it's fine, depending on your perspective or your preferred, I guess, design. And I had mentioned before, the armor is kind of, I guess, skinny or in shape, if you will. In the comic book, it's always drawn a little bit more husky. So from a source material point, this one I would give it a 9 out of 10, just because I prefer the huskiness of the drawn version. And our last category we have is accessories. That means that if there are any attachments or if the base is elaborate, that bumps the score up. This one, there's no attachments at all, and there isn't any elaborateness to the base. It's just a simple rock base. So I will give this a 5 out of 10. That does not mean that it's bad. It's just that 5 means it's average. Nothing going on. Okay? And I don't even think you can get below 5. So 5 is average. Not bad. There's nothing to it. It's just a destroyer armor. So there's nothing you can do to add accessories. Now there's a version of this. It's also a web exclusive, I think. It's the Thor Destroyer, which I guess Randy Bowen added the cape in the back, and then the head has the Thor helmet and everything. So at some point in one of the storylines, Thor actually possessed the armor, and he's one of the few that can control it. If you know the lore of the Destroyer armor, it takes a human soul to power it, but the armor takes over. Only Thor and I think Odin is able to control it with the higher willpower. Okay, so let's go to the final scorecard. Let's see. Overall, I will give this a 9.5 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it, other than my mention. It's a bit skinny, but then that's just my personal preference. Otherwise, this is perfect. Now, if you prefer, you can get the web exclusive one, which costs a little bit more, but it's got the rustic look. I have it somewhere in the basement. Maybe I'll do one of those one of these days. But for now, same scope. I prefer the glossy look to it. And there you go. Alright, thanks for watching. and stay tuned for more in the upcoming weeks. Thank you.